Good morning. Hopefully good Monday morning, English 9. I hope this weekly update video finds you well. You guys have been working hard last week developing your works cited page and doing all your research for the argumentative paper. And the next 2 weeks, what we're going to do is write your argumentative paper. So all the research you were doing last week, you are going to be using all that wonderful research in drafting your first draft of your argumentative essay this week. Really, the next 2 weeks are kind of clumped together. This week, we are drafting your first draft of your argumentative essay, and then the second week, you're going to be publishing, or another way to publish your writing is to submit it to me, your final draft at the end of the second week. So these next 2 weeks are really a writing process. So it will be overwhelming to you if you do not take these next 2 weeks, and this week particularly, day by day. I have suggested I always do a weekly schedule, and I highly, highly recommend that you follow that schedule, particularly this week. Because when we wrote the I Believe essay, you submitted your first draft. Well, in this essay, you're also going to be submitting a first draft, but you're going to be doing a little bit differently. And I'm really walking you through it step by step this week. So if you save this to the very end, you will be overwhelmed. And not only will you be overwhelmed, but your writing will reflect that. If you take this writing process step by step, then not only will you feel better about the writing process, but you'll also get a better final product. You'll get a better final first draft that you can be proud of. So I highly recommend just really diving in and doing your work every day, particularly this week. Okay? So click on materials as always. And we're again working on Unit 3. We are working on Session 3 this week, which is due on October 27th. So click on Unit 3, click on Session 3, and dive into that session plan. Like I said earlier, these next 2 weeks, you'll be drafting, revising, publishing your argumentative essay. And in this session, you will draft your argumentative essay step by step. And here are all the assignments that are due this week. And if you remember, your first draft for your I Believe essay was actually worth 50 points. Well, if you tally up all these assignments minus the outline, that's 50 points. But I'm just breaking it down for you. And here is the suggested schedule that I would like for you to follow this week, really taking it step by step, working on your introduction, your body paragraphs, and your conclusion all week long, spreading it out. So like always, click Next. And this first assignment is outlining with an interactive guide. And this is a really cool tool, too cool for school. Sorry. And use this link as a guide to outline your argumentative essay. Be sure that you have your research handy from last week, because you're going to be using that research to structure the outline of your essay this week. So once you have all that research handy from last week, be sure to click on that tool and it will help you outline your essay. Also down here, I want to point out 2 important documents. The first document is a sample paper, and it shows you how to format to the MLA requirements, which are the requirements for high school, for college. This is what you're going to be seeing in every English class pretty much throughout your academic career. And so this helps you, give you an idea of how to format that. And then this is the rubric I'll be using to grade your argumentative essay. So be sure that you look at all of the best aspects of all the different elements in the argumentative essay. So on this next slide, this is where you're going to submit that outline that you created using that interactive tool. Here you're actually going to start the drafting process. And these next few slides, it's going to be walking you through how to write each element of your essay. You first start with the introduction, and I walk you through what needs to be included in the introduction, especially the thesis. And this video here helps you understand what you need to do with your thesis statement. And this is also another really cool thesis generator web tool that you can use once you watch the video and understand how you are going to be writing your thesis. And this can help you as well. You're going to be writing basically a 3-pronged thesis statement. And that is the type of thesis statement I'm looking for in this essay. So what you'll do after you watch the video and use that thesis generator tool, you will write your introduction paragraph and submit it on the next slide. Really quick here, I did want to point out that the first thing that you need to do is you need to submit your first draft in a Word document. So what you'll need to do is open up Word and create one document and title that document Argumentative Paper. And as you go through this session, you're just going to add to the same document and submit it into the Dropbox. So you're going to be writing your introduction paragraph in the document that you saved as Argumentative Paper. And you're going to submit it here. Next, you're going to be writing the meat of your essay, your body paragraphs. And this is where you're going to be, proving your point. Your thesis statement is your roadmap for your entire essay. Your body paragraphs show your points, your topics, and all your supporting evidence. You're going to be writing at least 3 body paragraphs. If you want to write more, that's fine, but at least 3. And you're going to use the outline you created in the beginning of this session to help you organize your paragraph topics and supporting evidence from your research. So what you'll do is you'll watch this video to learn how to write a Whopper paragraph. And a Whopper paragraph template is down here as well. Okay? And that's how each of your paragraphs should be constructed with that Whopper template. You don't have to turn in the templates, but you need to use those templates for each body paragraph. I expect each body paragraph to be a Whopper, and you learn how to do that by watching the video and using that template. Okay, remember, each of those topics in your body paragraph go back directly to your thesis statement. Okay, so after you get all of your evidence and you write those 3 Whopper body paragraphs, you'll need to look for at these documents down here. And when you're providing researched evidence to support your documents, you have to cite it in your writing. So you already created a works cited page last week, but you also need to cite your sources in your writing. So you're going to be paraphrasing, summarizing, using direct quotes, but you need to give credit where credit is due. And this is also the E in evidence in the Whopper paragraph template. Your evidence, your research is the E in this template, okay? So be sure that you review these documents for information on how to summarize, paraphrase, use direct quotes, and write in-text citations. Okay, so there's a lot to do in this one slide right here. You are going to be drafting your body paragraphs, and then you're going to be writing them, okay, using that Whopper template right here. Okay, also with an eye on how you are documenting your evidence and your research. Okay. And then here on the next slide is where you're going to submit those 3 Whopper paragraphs, the body of your essay. Finally, you're going to be writing your conclusion. This is the last paragraph of your first draft of the argumentative essay. So be sure to review and watch this video, and after you watch the video, draft your conclusion and add that conclusion to the end of your essay draft and submit it on the next slide. So here, remember, you need to submit one document. And at this point, that one document should have your introduction, your 3 body paragraphs, and your conclusion. Okay? So basically you've written your first draft. I've just kind of I've chopped it up a little bit differently for you and see if how you do with this type of writing process online. So let me know if you have any questions. A lot to do this week, but it will pay off in the end, I promise. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know. Have a great week.